help. No one along the road going by on the other side of the gorge would stop. They would slow up. They could see the fire, but nobody stopped. We formed a double human chain up and down the bank and took out all of the boys that we could get out. But we had no equipment, nothing but our bare hands. We passed them up on the tracks and laid them along the tracks. And myself, after a while, I quit doing that because there wasn't too much more we could do. And I started going along the bank and praying with the boys who were there. And one of the boys, I knelt down to pray with him, and I saw that he was dead. It was quite a shock. Me being just a young boy, 20 years old, I'd never seen anything like this before. They sent out an engine from Jellico and hooked onto the cars that were left on the track. We took and gathered up the boys that we had laid along the track and put them in the cars, laying them on the floor or any place that we could put them. I had the experience of having them tell me that there was a priest looking for me. Finally, he came up to the window of a car that I was in and told me that the boys had so appreciated what I had done that he wanted to thank me. Of course, that made me feel very good to know that I had done some good. We were pulled back to Jellico, where we were loaded on another train and went on to Camp Cross, South Carolina for our training. The stories of the ones that came and helped probably were helping those who were in that Pullman car, in which the boys were pinned in, in which we couldn't get everybody out. There was nobody there to help us while I was there. So evidently, later on, they got some people out there to help, which I'm very glad because, as I said, all those bunks were pulled out and pinned the boys in. One boy I definitely remember was crying. He'd give anything. Save me, I'll give you anything. But we couldn't save him because